It is July 23rd, 2019. A young boy named Plato fulfills his dream of owning a bakery shop. His tremendous faith in his dream drove him to learn all the skills needed for the business, and now he has reached the point where he can serve people with his delicacies. With time, his shop was getting famous. News of his shop quickly spread, and customers came in rushing from all corners of the city to enjoy his signature blueberry pie. As time went on, orders were coming in huge amounts. Seeing how his business was growing, Plato now had to expand his delivery methods. He added delivery services by employing delivery men and by partnering with food delivery services that were reliable and trustful to the customers. Business was now booming, and Plato's bakery got the spotlight of the city. However, little did he know what awaited him in the future. So, what is a startup? No, it's not about baking delicious pies, creating small teams, and becoming popular with it. No, it's much more than that. A startup is the action or process of setting something in motion, be it your lifelong dream, a solution to society's problems, or maybe both. But the chaotic nature of the world creates problems among any route you choose. You might say that the world might face a crisis at any moment, and business might get halted because of it. A successful startup can be built if the founders are careful enough and take the necessary steps to adapt to anything. Successful startups in Bangladesh, like Let's Furnish, which was named as one of the top 100 startups of Asia according to E27, agree to the notion of taking precautionary steps before even a crisis takes place. The CEO of Let's Furnish, Efaz Ahmed, quotes thus:
Whenever there is a financial crunch, either it's from investments or from the market, the founders at least know 6 to 8 months beforehand.
It is the month of October 2019. A new virus is taking hold of people in Wuhan, China. This virus has been spreading like wildfire ever since. Plato predicts that something of monstrous proportions might happen in the future. What that is, he may not know, but he has to act now before dooming his business. The impact of COVID-19 is the first of its kind faced by our generation. We are truly at a moment of crisis, but we cannot lose hope. A vaccine might be prepared after some time, but we have to do whatever we can to flatten the curve. Quarantine is slowly destroying the startups which have been so passionately built. 60% of the startups might die out soon, and even after the pandemic, those who have survived will not get that much business to jumpstart back to what they were. This just shows that any type of crisis may hit us at any moment. So, what can we do to adapt to it? LandKnock, an emerging startup in Bangladesh, automates last-mile operations for courier companies that work in e-commerce. During the starting days of the quarantine, they were realizing that they were going through an increased burn rate. On April 1, through careful market analysis, they introduced new strategies within themselves to adapt to the situation.
We were good enough to understand where the market is doing good for us.
But crisis forecasting is just the beginning. What will you do afterwards? For a startup to survive in the current world, they must first learn to go online. The age of physical transaction is slowly fading away, and this quarantine dramatically affected the business of brick-and-mortar stores. Everyone wants their food and clothes delivered on their doorstep. They even want their furniture to be delivered as done by Let's Furnish, a startup that helps their customers rent furniture through an online platform. As mentioned before, the age of physical transaction is dying. Companies are finding new methods to secure payment from their customers. Being a B2B company, LandKnock was able to improve on their software as service or SaaS model to reduce the burn rate.
We asked our existing customers in the delivery sectors and in some other sectors in pharmaceuticals and in distribution business to the people who are in the distribution business. We asked them that if your business is affected right now, you can close your subscription now. You have to inform us in the beginning of the month. Otherwise, you have to pay the whole month's subscription fee. That strategy allowed us to understand at the very beginning that which are the companies who are going to shut down and which are the companies are not. So we were lucky enough to see that only 20% of the businesses said, okay, we are shut down, at least for the next 1 or 2 months.
Now, let's get back to Let's Furnish for a bit. They know that credit and card penetration in Bangladesh is around 10%, and they know that physical exchange of cash could spread the coronavirus. So, their response was the implementation of a custom currency to serve their existing loyal customers with their service. They dubbed it as Let's Furnish Points. They faced a drastic decrease in sales in the beginning of the quarantine as the customers were trying to conserve and not spend. Thus, they had to rely on the use of their custom currency system to serve their customer, due to which they were able to reduce their burn rate and adapt. But then comes the question of keeping your employees. As you may go through a burn rate, should you cut some employees out of your company and reduce expense? Well, no, you don't have to. Both the companies LandKnock and Let's Furnish believe in the safety of all their employees, and that includes their economic safety. They believe that we are all in this crisis together and should help each other. This mentality is making them improvise, adapt, and overcome in this difficult time. It has been almost a year since Plato opened his dream bakery, and even in this catastrophic time, people still find comfort in his baked goods. With introduction to an online website, his very own delivery system, highly trained employees, and a custom currency system through an app they made, Plato has reduced losses and kept his employees well paid. He knows one day everything will be back to normal, but till then, we are all in this together. Do stay tuned, fellow viewers, for the next episode of Founders Chronicles, where we will discuss about the rise of different marketing agencies. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the BUP Finance Society channel.